Hi guys, welcome to our channel. Today it's just going to be me because I have to show you this amazing new foundation routine that I've been using. I've been using the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation and the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, and I'm obsessed with this combination. It's amazing, and I just wanted to show you guys how I apply it and how it looks all blended out. I hope y'all love it as much as I do. So keep on watching if you want to see my foundation routine. Okay, so I am starting off with a clean face. I washed my face and applied a moisturizer about 30 minutes ago. I like to give it time to sink in and not be tacky on my skin anymore, but just to have time to make my face feel moisturized but not sticky, if that makes sense. I also went ahead and did my eyebrows just to get rid of that. I know they're a little, I'm having eyebrow issues lately. I'll figure that out. I also have on a lip balm just to give myself some moisture. So other than that, there's nothing on my skin. So I want to go ahead and show my spots and things I like to cover up with my foundation routine, because I do have some old acne scarring, and just, if you can see, like, I definitely have some spots to cover up. So I'm going to show you guys how well this foundation routine works, and I think it all works and it goes together because of like the way that I do it. Okay, so I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. This foundation, I think it came out pretty recently. It is like $6, and I have heard so many good things about this. I'm not the only one that thinks this foundation is amazing. So many other people have tried this and talked about it and how good it is. So I decided to try it for myself. It's an oil-free satin finish foundation, and I'm in the color Linen. So it says it's a medium with golden undertones. So I'm gonna move my hair out of my face. Okay, so I zoomed you guys in a little bit, and I basically just shake it up, and I take the pump, I put it right on my finger. Sorry, excuse my nails, they're going through it. I put a pump right on my finger, and then what I do is just apply and kind of spread it with my finger. I'm gonna do like a pump to each side and just kind of spread it, and then a tiny little bit, and like whatever's left over on my finger is what I put on my forehead and my nose, and then the rest just on my neck. Then I take a damp beauty sponge. This one is by Real Techniques, and I've only used it twice and I already need to clean it. That's one thing that you have to remember, is a clean sponge will apply your makeup the best. So this one's, I mean, it's pretty new. I've only used it 2 times, and this is the Real Techniques beauty sponge. I put it under water. I do warm water, I don't know if it matters, and I squeeze all of the water out, so it just feels a little bit damp and more soft and easy to blend. So I just go in and I just pat it all in. Okay, so this is after the first coat, and like you can just tell how like smooth and like airbrushed this foundation makes your skin look. What I like to do, since this is like my problem area with the most scars, I take a tiny bit more, and about that much, and I just kind of put a little bit on each side, and just to add a little bit more coverage right there. So a little background on my skin. I used to have very, very oily skin. Like, I could not leave the house without some extra powder, just in case my skin got oily. Like, I had really very oily skin. But lately it has definitely been more normal to even dry. I try to keep it very moisturized. So, but I honestly think that this foundation could go with any kind of skin, because it is not heavy, it is not like super thick, it's moisturizing. Oh, my dog. Now I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit more for me to do my concealer. Okay, so now it is time for me to do my concealer, and this is the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. This is also a newer concealer, I believe. It came out with the foundation, I think, and I heard people talking about it and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to try it because I've never found a concealer that I really just love and that takes away like my under eye. So you can see that I have like, and it's not even like puffiness, it's just this weird giant crease under my eyes and nothing makes it go away. It doesn't matter how much sleep I get. So I crease easy. Like if you can tell already, I don't know, like I'm already creasing under my eyes and I just crease with everything. But this is the one thing that I've found that has actually helped me. I take the concealer, I don't do too much, and just one thing with this concealer that I have found is that it dries pretty quickly. So I put it just right under and my chin, my nose, and in between my eyebrows. I don't do too much because you don't need that much with this. And so I will just show you how well it blends out. I found you kind of have to work a little bit quick because it dries pretty fast. But I don't mind that. It's not like I want to sit with concealer on my face for 30 minutes, so it doesn't bother me. But like, do you see how pretty that is? Like, I think that is so pretty. And then gotta blend down my nose. I just think it is such a pretty shade. I'm gonna zoom back out. So now I'm just gonna make sure I have it all blended together. I have to really get this line right here taken care of so there's no harsh line. We just got a ring light and so I'm playing around with the lighting, so I really hope I don't look super pale in this because I promise, like, I'm not super pale. Let's see. Okay, that's a little bit better, I think. So, okay, now I'm gonna do some setting powder. So I don't really like to bake, but I do like to place it on as if I was baking, just like a less of a layer. So this isn't like my favorite powder or anything. This is just kind of what I have, but I like it. I don't mind it. And it works pretty well, but I wouldn't say this is like a great powder or anything. It just kind of works. So it's the Rimmel Stay Matte Mattifying Loose Powder, and it's in the color 001 Transparent. So what I do is get rid of the creases first on each eye before I apply the powder to that eye. So I go ahead and pat it down, and then I dip my sponge right in and just and I mean, honestly, like, this powder's pretty good, I guess. I don't really have any complaints, so I guess it is pretty good. But that is the difference. So it definitely helps my under eye, and it'll literally stay like this all day. So now I'm going to go and blend this side. Now both sides are all set. I'm gonna do a little bit here because I get a crease there usually, and then my chin and the sides of my mouth. Okay. After this, I'm gonna take the camera outside so you guys can see it in the natural lighting as well. This is my first time using the ring light, so if it's, I want to be able to show you guys the ring light and the natural light. Okay, my next step is to take some powder, any kind of powder. I like a pressed powder, and what I do with this is just set the rest of my face that I didn't use the translucent powder on. So this is the IT Cosmetics Jordan, if you're watching this, I think I stole your powder on accident, so I've just been using it. I'm sorry, I hope that's okay. I will give you a different one. This is the IT Cosmetics, just in the shade medium. So, just a pressed powder, and I'm taking this Moda brush on, and I just pat it in. And I like to pat my powder on because I feel like then your foundation that's underneath doesn't move. And as you can see, like, it's just a very like flawless airbrush looking finish. Okay, so the next step is going to be my favorite step, and that is some bronzer. Cannot look this washed out all day. So without bronzer, you can just see the foundation looks very flat. I look all like the same color, but you want to have some natural like definition where the sun would hit you. So I'm gonna use this Cover FX palette. It is just the Perfector Face palette, and it's in the color light medium. And I'm going to take the contour shade with this MAC 127 brush, and I just tap it a couple times, and I do this on the, like, underneath my cheekbones. Then I also get some more and do my jaw. Like, doesn't that look so much better on my jaw? This side compared to this side. I think it makes a huge difference doing my earring. And then I do my forehead. And then what I like to do is, so this looks a little bit harsh. I like to just keep on taking the bronzer and apply it as if it was a blush, just to kind of blend in that bronzer color. And even right here, just so my face doesn't look so like pale, like the contrast isn't crazy. So just kind of bronze all over after I do the bronzer. And I also will take a, I'm gonna take a powder brush and like blend it all together after this as well. Okay, and this is how I like to contour my nose a little bit. So I will take my brush and just kind of pinch it and make it really small and get it on the very tip. And just do a little nose contour. And now from that same palette, I'm gonna do a little bit of blush. Just gonna take this blush color and just lightly apply it to the apples of my cheeks. Or not really the apples of my cheeks, kind of more my cheekbone. And then I'm gonna take my brush that I used for my powder and just kind of blend it together. And that is, oh wait, cannot forget highlights. So going to take this Moda brush, same brand, just a different little like loose fluffy brush, and I'm going to do some highlight using the same palette, the Cover FX palette, and I mix these two colors together, and I just pop it right above my cheekbone, and it leaves the prettiest glow. And then I go my Cupid's bow and down my nose. I like to do it with my finger for a more precise nose highlight. And blend it with this, and then I do a little bit on my forehead and a little on my chin. So yeah, that is basically everything for my skin routine, my foundation routine. And I'm gonna do a little bit of eyeshadow and mascara, and I will be right back whenever I'm finished with that. Okay, so this is the final look. I put on a little bit of like a bronzy eyeshadow, a liquid lipstick, and some mascara. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that like this finish and this foundation is just like the prettiest coverage, the prettiest finish, and it lasts all day long with literally no issues at all, no touching up. It is the prettiest and most inexpensive foundation I've ever found. So this is just an everyday look for me. This takes like 10 minutes if I'm not doing it on camera. It's so easy, so simple, and it looks like you spent an hour on your makeup. So this is the final product and I'm obsessed with it. Oh, I'm gonna go show you guys the lighting with the outside, so just 1 second. Okay, so here's the foundation outside. I'm sure I look much more tan because I'm looking in this viewfinder and I look literally completely different. So I hope that video isn't completely washed out, but this is more of what the foundation looks like. It is so pretty, it is so flawless and airbrushed, and yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know in the comments if you decide to try out this foundation and concealer, and let me know if this video helped y'all. Bye guys, thank you for watching.